Hey everyone! Especially to our beloved lecturer, Dr. Malina. We are here today to present our topic for which is the origin and diaspora of the English language. So, before we start, here is our member. Me, Aqasha, the cute Saminah, the adorable cat, and Farkhan. Now then, let's start! So, how did a language that originated from a small island like Britain become the lingua franca? It was because of the expansion of British Empire. Britain was a very strong colonial power during the 18th and 19th centuries. Did you know that British had almost a quarter of the land in the world by the 20th century? When England stepped up to invade and conquer other countries such as India, Africa, the Caribbean, Canada, Australia, and what was to become the United States, it became richer and more powerful politically. The second diaspora of English came from the colonization. When it was at its most powerful, it forced the inhabitants of the conquered countries to speak in the royal language, which is English. After developing for almost a millennium on the British Isles, English was taken around the world by the immigrant English speakers, the sailors, the soldiers, pilgrims, traders, and missionaries of the British Empire, thus resulting in the use of English language on a larger scale. Even after independence, many countries still maintain the use of English as an official language.
So, where did this language originate from? It began with the arrival of three Germanic tribes called the Angles, the Saxons, and the Jutes, who invaded Britain during the 5th century before Christ. They brought with them the Anglo-Saxon language, which combined with some Celtic and Latin words to create what we know as Old English. Old English got mixed up with Old Norse, the language of the Viking tribes, which ended up giving English more than 2,000 new words. However, the real transformation of English came with the arrival of William the Conqueror from Normandy, who established French as the language of royals and powers in the year 1066. Thus, by adopting and adapting French words, the English language became more sophisticated. Moreover, it got a further boost through the development of English literature by William Shakespeare, who invented over 1,700 words for the language.
We personally find that Malaysia to be quite interesting in the sense that British colonization in the late 18th to the mid 20th centuries applied English as a second diaspora in Malaysia or Tanah Melayu. This continued up towards the point of our independence, which concluded with having English and Malay as the official languages for Malaysia. Thus, to construct a national identity of our own, Bahasa Malaysia was made to be more prominent as our national language, while English is relegated as a second language. This transition was in effect due to the National Language Act, which was introduced in 1967, and the goal was simply to distinguish Malaysia from any former colonial oppressor.
Despite English becoming a second language in Malaysia, it is surprisingly more dynamic since there is a rising number of L1 English speakers. This is true for the urban parts of Malaysia, but for the rural parts, English is still identified as a foreign language. Good news is, in terms of identity, English in Malaysia through extended periods of time has gone through their own process of appropriation. I'm sure everyone is aware of this, but this is the birth of our famous Manglish. Thus conclude the entertaining video of our research and understanding of the history and the spread of the English language in a diaspora aspect.